Hey, Eric Peacock here, Pure Vita Fitness. Here to talk to the people that are going to the gym. You're trying to eat good and you feel like you're doing things right, but you're not getting the results. You're working out, you're eating right. So I'm here to to help you get past that point. I'm here to speak some truth today. So we're going to talk about one trick we use in the fitness industry when people tell us this, people that are going to the gym, people that are working out and think they're doing things right. We got to pull out a trump card. And our trump card is it's a 3-day food journal. 3-day food journals needs to be accurate. You can't leave things out. I want everything in that journal that you put into your body. That includes all the samples you take at Costco. That includes the coffee drink at Caribou. Nothing gets left out. We want to have an honest assessment of what you're doing. And they always say, if you're not assessing, you're guessing. A lot of people that aren't seeing results, even though they're working out hard, it comes down to nutrition. And so what the nutrition journal is going to do is it's going to do 3 things, and I've got them written down here. Number 1, it's going to create an awareness. You're going to be more aware of what you're putting in your body. It's just like a lot of people, if you didn't look at your online banking or update your checkbook, I think anybody uses a checkbook anymore, you wouldn't know what kind of money's going in and out. You might overdraw your checking account, right? Why? It's the same thing with your food. If we're not keeping an honest account of what's going in and what's to make sure that we're getting enough calories, or we're not over consuming calories, but we're not starving ourselves either, that's another problem. It's hard to know exactly what's going on, because what we think is going on a lot of times is not what's going on. So we got to create an awareness of what we're eating. I remember I had a lady a few years ago. She couldn't lose weight, and she found out after doing a food journal she was eating about 1,000 calories at 7 o'clock at night. That's probably 50% or better of her daily intake at night right before she goes to bed. Not good for the metabolism. So we got to create an awareness. We start paying attention to what we're doing, and that's probably the first thing. That's what tracking does. A lot of times without a nutrition coach's intervention, just writing things down makes you more aware of what you're doing. Number 2 is it reveals blind spots. How often do we forget about the little treats we allow ourselves every day? Oh, just one won't hurt. We'll have some chocolate, we'll have some candy, no big deal. I'll have a few drinks, not a big deal. Those things add up. You know what they do is they throw off your metabolism. When you have sugar, when you have alcohol, it throws off your blood sugar, it throws off your metabolism. Basically, it's like somebody goes up to the fat burning switch and pushes it and shuts it off. All right, so I had a woman years ago, one of my clients got mad at me because she wasn't getting results. And I finally got her, I said, all right, you give me an honest assessment for 2 weeks of what you're doing on your food journal, and let's see what you're doing. Every day she wrote everything down, and what I noticed on that food journal is every day she had some type of sugar. She was going over to Great Harvest Bread and having a nice muffin, or she was going to Caribou and having a little coffee treat drink. Every day she was doing one or both of those things, and I red penned it just like a teacher. And when I did that, it really brought some awareness to her. So I challenged her to go 2 weeks without having any red pen marks, no sugar, no treats, and after 2 weeks you could see a difference in her definition and her physique. So that was an eye-opener to me, is that stuff isn't necessarily going to make you fatter, but it's also going to keep you stuck in neutral. The extra sugar, the sugar and the alcohol, like I said, it throws off your metabolism enough just to keep you stuck in neutral. So you got to reveal those blind spots. What about that coffee that coffee treat you had when you met your friend over at Starbucks? What about that happy hour with your girlfriends? You don't remember some of those things. You just remember the good stuff and you kind of forget the bad stuff. So number 3, you're going to develop a strategy. A strategy is going to be pretty obvious. You got to make a decision. If you want to see results, what needs to go away? All right? Is it those happy hour drinks every night? Is it that chocolate you're sneaking after dinner? You got to decide what's more important. Is it the treat, or is it seeing the results you want? Seeing more return on investment of what you're doing in the gym. So those are the 3 things. And another thing is people tend to, this is human nature, it's just part of the way we're wired, we tend to underestimate how many calories we take in, and we tend to overestimate how much exercise we do. And so we need to get an honest account of those things. A 3-day food journal is a good way to do it. I'm offering you, send it over to me. You can email it to me. You can message it to me at Facebook. I would be happy to take a look at it, give you some feedback. Otherwise, too, if you feel like you're stuck in your rut, you're putting the time in, but you're not seeing the results, click on the link below to go and get our fast action start bonus. Set up a diagnostic consultation with me. I'll take a look at what you're doing. I'll give you some options of how you can break through your plateau. If you're one of those people that's putting the time in and you want to see more out of your results, click the link. That's my message for today. Beautiful day here. Let's get ready for summer. Let's get lean. Let's feel good about ourselves. We'll see you next week.